Hi everyone, and welcome to our Tuesdays, but it's a Wednesday episode of Your Questions Answered. I'm super excited to be here. As always, it's me, Monika Stachon. I'm the business coach and the facilitator of this awesome little group we've got going here, Rebel Revolution. And today we're talking about launching your business. So as always, as you hop on, come and say hi in the comments. Let me know where you're watching from. What business are you launching? What coaching business are you launching in particular? What is your big idea? And if you're watching a replay, hashtag replay, answer the same questions, obviously. I'm excited to be here and excited to help you launch your business today. Because it is an exciting time. You're bringing your ideas to life. You're bringing your gifts to people. You're on the brink of doing something out of ordinary, right? It's different for us when we start our own business. It's on our own rules, our own terms. We fulfill our own desires and our own goals. We're no longer subscribing to somebody else's vision into what we're going to be doing today. And since you guys asked for this video in our little poll, which if you haven't seen yet and you're new here, it's pinned to the announcement section of this group. You can vote there for the next topic of this video. Our Tuesdays sessions, we call them. Let's call them sessions. Since you've asked for this video, I've been thinking, like, what if I had to start from scratch today? What if I've lost everything and had to start from the beginning? How would I launch my business from scratch in 7 days? And then I thought, this isn't about me. This isn't about how I would do this. This is about you and how you want to do this. This is about the genius you have within you. So prepare yourself today for engaging with me as you hop on and commenting loads, or getting a pen and paper, your favorite notebook, and start writing now. Because instead of giving you a 7-step framework for launching your business in 7 days, I will attempt to stimulate your mind a little bit so you come up with your own answers today. Right? Because the truth is, launching your business successfully isn't about a right or wrong. I feel like there is an internet connection that we might have a problem with. It was just been saying it's been reconnecting, so let me know if you can see me or whether it's not streaming properly, whether you can hear me and see me and stuff. But if it is working, then just say yes in the comments so I know that you can see me well and it's no longer tripping. But yes, launching your business isn't about a right or wrong way. It's about finding a way that keeps you, 1, inspired, 2, consistent, and 3, that is in line with what you desire to create in the world. And in the words of Christine Hassler, she says this quote, "Don't let shoulds drive you, let your desires inspire you." And that's what we're going to look at today. So first of all, I want you all to start asking yourself, what is your zone of genius? What are you really good at, right? For some of you, it will be coaching. So for some of you, it will be speaking. For some of you, it might be writing, right? For some of you, it might be really seeing and connecting with people, building relationships, talking. It might be all these different things. So I want you to start looking into not just your coaching experience. If you're just launching, then you're probably at the very beginning of your journey, but also looking at your social relationships, your past career experiences, your life. And I want you to start looking at those patterns. What skills come to you effortlessly? Is it speaking? Is it building relationships? Is it making friends effortlessly? Is it presenting complex ideas in a way that's understandable to most people visually? That was my cat, not me. Or is it writing, for example, right? What truly lights you up? Because that will become the foundation not only of your strategy as you go forward with your launch, but will also be the foundation of your niche and how you really want to show up in the world, what you want to create. And what lights you up, you'll be able to stick with. And it won't feel like a should anymore, right? It will feel like something you want to do, you're itching to do, you're excited to do, and it will show. It will magnetize people to you. So let me know in the comments as you're watching a replay or you're watching live, what really lights you up? What makes you feel really good? out of those things. Or maybe there's something else. Maybe there's something else that you're thinking of right now about a skill that you have that really lights you up. And second of all, I've made the title of this video tricky on purpose, right? I've called it how to launch your day, how to launch your business in 7 days. But the truth is, it's a trick, right? Because we overestimate what we can achieve in 7 days or even a year, and truly underestimate what we can achieve in the next 10 years. And if you want to be successful, then scrap the freaking timeline. Scrap the timeline of 7 days, scrap the timeline of 14 days, 90 days, or even a year altogether, because business is not a sprint, it's a marathon, right? And in the end of the day, the most successful people know that the true key to success is longevity. It's not doing something in 7 days and then falling off track. It's falling in love with the process of launching something, building something. And it's always good to keep a goal in mind. So that's why, like, for me, I find it really motivating as a person who's neurodivergent, I live with ADHD. So for me, to have a deadline of 7 days is really motivating. Okay, I'm launching my business in 7 days. They'll put me into action. They'll make me feel like I want to keep going and do it. But if it will put pressure on you and it will dishearten you if you don't achieve that goal of launching within 7 days, then scrap the timeline, right? And I think that's been one of the biggest lessons that I've learned during my 16 years in business and as an entrepreneur, that timelines mean absolutely nothing. So if you were to take one lesson out of this entire video, it's this, right? That timelines mean nothing. For example, in my business as a music agent, right? When I had my music agency business, I thought that it would take me around 3 years to scale internationally. It would take me 3 years to take some of the DJs that I was representing abroad, help them create opportunities for them in different countries. And in reality, you know, I thought that I wouldn't be ready before then. But in reality, it took me 4 months. It took me just 4 months to take some of the artists that I was representing and start touring them in Australia. Then maybe around 6 months and I've done 2 South African tours. Then another few months and they were in America, right? So I collapsed the timeline then. But on the other hand, in my coaching business, at one time, I set myself an expectation that in the first week of my launch, I would have 10 clients. And I didn't, right? I didn't have 10 clients and it felt really disheartened and I gave up. I stopped doing the work, I stopped showing up. I thought, it's been such a flop, it didn't work out. Obviously, nobody needs what I've got. And then that happened to me again. But then instead, I persevered. I kept showing up, kept doing the work, past the deadline I've set to myself. And guess what? 2 weeks later, I've had 11 clients enrolled. Not the 10 that I've originally planned. I had 11. So that's what I really want you to know, that timelines are good if they motivate you to take action and keep going, but they're not so good if you're going to get stuck on them and they will cripple you because of the pressure, and they're not so good if they make you feel disheartened and you feel like, okay, if I've missed that day that I set for myself, then everything past that doesn't count. You want to be the marathon runner, not the sprinter. Here, you got to fall in love with the process. So be flexible with your timeline as you're launching your business and try to avoid rigidness in your thinking, because rigidness will make you miss out on opportunities, like those opportunities I've spotted in my music business that allowed me to scale really, really fast, probably a lot faster than I expected and I was ready for. But instead, push past that deadline and keep going, because the magic's usually around the corner. It truly is. And I've seen it time and time again with all of the businesses that I've had. When you feel like it's a flop and you're failing and something's not working, you're usually just around the corner from making it happen. So now that we've talked about the timelines and the whole 7-day thing, next I want you to ask yourself, how can you make this launch super and truly simple? Super and truly easy for you. How can it be if it's easy for you? What would it look like if it was simple as hell? I want you to pick one ideal client, one offer, and one strategy that fits you best, and start implementing it. Everything else is a distraction. The more complicated you make it, the more you will struggle, right? It's hard to follow complicated strategies. It's hard to create offers for 10 different ideal clients. It's hard to sell 10 different offers all at once. So if you're just about to launch your business from scratch, I want you to focus on one human being, one type of person, and one offer that they need and want the most right now. That's it. That's it. And one way of getting to them, one way of attracting them. That's it. Then the next thing you need to know when you're launching your business from scratch, what is it? Is to ask yourself, where do I need to show up and become visible? What platforms do I need to be on and am committing to being on and showing myself on consistently? Because it's a myth that you have to be everywhere to launch your business. And knowing that you have to do that can again put a lot of pressure, and that's where a lot of people go into that freeze mode. They feel so overwhelmed by the amount of things that they need to do in their business. They put so much pressure on them that they stop doing it altogether. They stop showing up. Instead of doing the one thing that truly lights them up and keep going with that, they're doing nothing because it feels like that's not good enough, right? So I don't want you to become overwhelmed. Pick one client, one offer, and one strategy. And then find the one platform that you're going to show up on consistently, right? Where do your ideal clients hang out? Show up there. And then ask yourself, what does consistency mean to me? Does that mean that, like Gary Vee suggests, you need to produce 78 pieces of content every single day? No. What does consistency mean to you? Does that mean that you will post one piece of content a day? Does that mean that you will go live every day? Does that mean that you should share some stories? Does that mean that you will go and offer some value in the comment sections in different communities or on Clubhouse or wherever it is that you want to show up? What does that look like for you? How will you know you're consistent? I mean, to make this super simple and to reduce the amount of overwhelm my clients have, I came up with this idea of daily non-negotiables for them, which really narrows down the daily activities they have to do within a day. And we've reduced them to 3 or 4 activities that they do each day to stay consistent. And those activities are the activities that drive revenue, right? We reduce all of the noise in my program so they can truly focus on what makes the difference, what truly gets them clients, what truly drives the revenue, what brings their cash flow, but what brings in more leads, what brings in more clients, what makes more impact within their business. Because in the sea of information, YouTube books, courses, all of this stuff, you can get really, really stuck. And again, that's why you're not launching your business yet. You're overwhelmed. That's why ask yourself, what are the 3 daily non-negotiable activities that I need to complete each day to get a client? And then stop doing all the rest. All the rest is usually just noise. It's just busy work. It doesn't produce results, right? The next up, think about like a simple strategy to bring people to you. What event can you organize that will give value to your audience in regards to the biggest pressing problem that they have and their biggest desire? And if you don't have an audience because you're just launching, how can you grow an audience through that event? People think, I can't do a challenge or a masterclass or webinar or whatever event that you, or workshop, whatever event that you want to do, because they think, I don't have any audience. Who would I do it for? I see events as a great way to grow an audience. That's how I launched my business. I think in this group in particular, if you've been here from day one, you will know. My first event that I've created here was an action day. Instead of thinking of like creating something really elaborate and complicated and having to put a lot of work into it, when I wanted to just get comfortable with, doing that sort of thing, I created an action day within my group. And all of my clients know that I am all about taking action, right? So it really set me up for the journey that I walked on later, it really defined how I carried myself as a coach. But what I did is I started to invite people. I created a Facebook group and I started inviting my friends and friends of friends and connections I've made online who I knew were business owners into a group. And I told them that on this day we're meeting all on Zoom and we're going to be co-working together. And when we are co-working, I'm going to be there to answer all of your questions that are keeping you stuck from taking action. Right? I will be there to support you. And it was as simple as that, just to launch my business. And then I've created what was it called? A 3-day challenge. Create your Hell Yes Offer challenge. That again grew my audience a little bit more. I knew that my ideal client wants to create an offer that's irresistible, that sells, that gets people to pull out their credit cards out of their wallet. I knew that my ideal client may be struggling with selling that offer that they have currently. So what I did is I created a solution to that, a 3-day event that I invited people in other Facebook groups to. And because of that, I grew my audience in my own Facebook group. They showed up, and that's how I have had my first paying clients. Right? So it doesn't have to be complicated. To prepare like a 3-day challenge, it might take you a couple of days, right? To prepare an action day, like I did, it won't take you anything to prepare, right? You just have to go out there and invite people, tell you that you're doing it. To prepare a workshop on something that's in your zone of genius, it shouldn't be a lot of effort, right? You can bring people onto a Zoom call. You can invite people that you've met in other Facebook groups or in Clubhouse, and you can bring them onto wherever you want to hang out with them. And you can start to offer, give them value, serve them powerfully so much that they want to come back for a next one. And some of them might become a client. So ask yourself what you're going to be selling at the end. It seems like my internet connection is not very good today. So I do apologize in case this keeps breaking up for you. But think about a little event that you can create, right? Something, a little lead magnet, if you like, right? Conversion event. But again, when you're launching your business, it's not so much that you even want to sell something at the beginning. It's just that you want to give value. You want to get to know people. You want to... My internet keeps going down, peeps. So I might have to be really quick and cut this short just in case it does go off completely. But let's keep talking. Okay, so let's say that you've your brain's ticking right now. You're starting to think about what event you can create to grow your audience and launch your business with. So you can build that trust with people, so people can start to like you, trust you, and get to know you. And then the next thing I want you to do is, and I want you to ask yourself, who do I know, and who do you know? Call it a game. Make it a game. The who do I know, who do you know game. Okay? Who do you know that can potentially help you? Spread the message that you have. Grow your audience. Who do you know that can potentially know people who want your services? You could always ask these people for referrals. You need to start talking to people. Who do you know that has a platform that can help you spread your message? Who can you collaborate with to launch your business? Who can you ask for referrals for your business? Who can potentially help you launch your business? Who do you need to surround yourself with to keep your inspiration, your motivation, and your self-belief high when you start doubting yourself? Do you have those people around you right now? Or do you need to find them online? And the beautiful, beautiful wonder of the internet is that you can find a community everywhere you go. You don't have to be special. You don't have to be pretty. You don't have to be clever or smart. If you're looking for a community for you, you'll find one. You can start one if you haven't found one yet. So surround yourself with people who keep your inspirations high, keep your motivation high, and who won't believe in your excuses, right? And keep your self-belief high as well. Especially when you're doubting yourself. People who you can celebrate with. And for a lot of people, it's not their friends and family, right? a lot of our friends and family aren't the biggest supporters of our dangerous and risky ventures as business owners. And I know because I've been told by my best friend in the past, why don't you just get like a job that has guaranteed salary at the end of each month? Like, isn't that stressful for you? And I was just like, what? No, I would rather die than work for someone else. But hey. So the next, ask yourself, who do you need to hire to help you get your big vision out there? Who do you need to hire to help you learn what you don't know yet, right? About running your business. And then, you know who to call. Better call Saul or better call Monika. You can call Saul or Monika, right? So guys, I hope this was helpful. I'm sorry about my internet connection issues. It has been a little bit trippy today. And if you want support in any of these areas, just reach out, right? If you want to launch your business successfully, if you want to attract premium clients, if you're ready to get out there and take action, now I'm the coach for you. Especially if you want to make bigger impact and start a revolution with your message, as my specialty is helping you clarify your message, right? And if you're currently not getting any results that you would like to see in your bank account and in your DMs with your content, and your coaching can truly transform people's lives, then this is a call for you to just freaking do it. Just do it. Just get out there and launch. And if you need support, I'm here to help. Okay, my DMs are open to you. Just drop me a message with the word support and I'll reach out to you. I'll respond to you and send you a little message to check in with where you're at right now. Okay? Especially that it is an overwhelming thing to do by yourself. It feels pretty alone when you don't have the support and the strategies and the tools you need to do it. But you can do it, right? We've all done it, so you can do it too. So, I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful evening. I hope that after watching this, you've started answering those questions, you've journaled on them for a bit, and you're ready to go out there and just freaking do it. I don't remember whose little catchphrase that is, but I love it. Screw it, just do it. But go out there, go talk to people, go tell them what you're doing. Go invite them to a little event. Go start your own Facebook group or YouTube channel or Clubhouse, whatever it is that you feel called to do. And start talking to people. Remember, one problem, one client, one strategy, and go wild. I'm here to support you. I am on a mission to help 5 more coaches attract premium clients and increase their sales this year. So, if that's you, just drop me a message with the word support and I'll reach out. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening and speak soon. Bye-bye.